Ever since the first occupation by John Adams in November 1800, the White House has had to function both as a home and an office. In fact, a lot of the early presidents, they would have their main office upstairs on the second level, which was also the residence. But as the White House grew, as the presidency grew during the 19th century, by the time of Theodore Roosevelt, there simply wasn't enough space to accommodate both a president's family and their growing presidential staff. It just became too crowded. Theodore Roosevelt, who was a very energetic, vivacious president, but he always found himself being roped into different games with the kids. It was hard to get any real presidential work done, so part of his 1902 renovation was to build a separate designated workspace for the president, and that is the West Wing as we know it today. So the Roosevelt children had all sorts of pets. Probably the most famous one was Algonquin, a pony that Archie Roosevelt would ride along the grounds and visit with the White House police. And in one of the more famous historic photographs, you see Archie riding right outside the West Wing. And that image partially explains why the West Wing was built. It was that the president needed a designated workspace, and the Roosevelt children and their pets, well, they took up a lot of room. The Roosevelt children loved to roller skate. Oftentimes Edith Roosevelt tried to keep them more in the basement because that was concrete. And after they renovated the White House in 1902, they found that the newly installed floors in the East Room were perfect for roller skating. They would hide behind vases and furniture and scare people. Roosevelt might have the French ambassador visiting, but one of his sons might pop out from behind a vase, scare the French ambassador. I mean, things that we wouldn't normally associate with the president's family doing today, but there was just a good nature behind it, and Roosevelt always sort of laughed it off. He found it amusing, and I think it was, in a way, it sort of helped him get some kind of escape from the busyness, the monotonous, the seriousness of being president, because he never really lost that side of almost like childlike wonder and fun and happiness. It was something that I think he really cherished when he was in the White House. With the Roosevelt family coming in, with their 6 children, with their pets, and with the growing size of the presidential staff, it just wasn't feasible to keep all of the first family and all these comings and goings happening in the White House. And this is part of the big push that Roosevelt makes to build a designated separate space for the president to work. And what he builds is called the Temporary Executive Office. And later, it's nicknamed the West Wing. And it's changed and grown and expanded since then, but really Roosevelt is the one who lays the groundwork for the modern presidential workspace.